Welcome to this screencast. We're looking at questions answered by one of my year 11 students, and that took him 11 minutes to answer a 9-mark question and 2 outline questions, each worth 2 marks. That is a very, very good pace of work. If you can sustain this pace of work for 90 minutes, then you're ready for your final GCSE exam. That's really, really good stuff. So here at the start, we've got 2 outline questions, each worth 2 marks, followed by a 9-marker. So, what was I looking for when marking this question? So what you had to identify was tariff. Trading block would have been the other one, a barrier to trade, and there's a suitable expansion to that point. And for the second one, there is the point found from inside the case study was this idea that if you are operating in another country, then if the globalization do happen, then it's a chance to sell more. The other way you could have scored the 2 points would have been to explain that if globalization happens, if there's opening of trade restrictions, then that means that you could then be competing against foreign companies doing the same thing than you who would want to operate to sell in your country. If I move to the next one, so this is the 9-mark question. Now, first paragraph, we've got 3 separate points. I've underlined there that the chosen option, which one it was. Remember that in Edexcel GCSE business, when you are given a choice between 2 options in a 9-marker question, you pick one and you stick to that one. Do not try to compare it with the other one. That would not score you points. Then we've got 2 other paragraphs. So we got the pros here, the cons, how to mitigate the cons. And those 2 paragraphs did not score all the marks. So if I move forward a little bit. So here, yes, a huge risk, excellent. And then identifying the expense of relocating, very well. But saying that there could be massive losses, there's not enough, it's not precise enough. You got to go a little bit more and explain what's going on. So some suggestion there. So a risk, possible risk, if you want to develop the risk further with a chain of reasoning, is to talk about why would Chinese airlines buy from a foreign company. Massive losses here. Would existing customers still be happy to purchase from you once they know that you've relocated to China? So maybe you would find yourself in a situation where you are losing some customers here in the UK, no longer happy to purchase from you, knowing that you've relocated and then job have been lost, without having compensated for these lost customers by having won enough from China. That could be one way to score all 3 marks from this one. And then how to mitigate. So you did correctly identify it's a very big country and you've got a competitive market in there, and then you picked up on long term. So I did highlight 3 points. However, they are not developed enough in order to score everything. So some suggestion here, because it's a huge country, they do need loads of plane. And there's right now, in the real world, a massive increase in domestic flights in China. So that's something you can bring into your answers. And then the best way to mitigate the risk of opening factories in China is to establish a partnership with a local company. In fact, in the Chinese market, it's pretty much a requirement. And that's something that you found car manufacturers doing as well. So this way, with these 2 suggested way to develop further what you've already got there, that would have then scored all the points. But at this moment in time in your GCSE, this is a really solid answer, especially considering that you did it all in 11 minutes. So even if I take away 1 point in this paragraph and 1 point in that paragraph, you would have scored 11 points out of a possible 13 in 11 minutes. Very well done.